Hello everyone, I am Andrew Cannon. If I can, you can too. I am coming to you live here at Social Media Marketing World, and I want to talk about how you can grow at conventions. I've gone to a lot of conventions over my time on YouTube, and I of course represent the company TubeBuddy. If you've never heard of TubeBuddy, TubeBuddy is an online browser extension that can help you grow and optimize your YouTube channel. We want to be your best friends on the road to success. Well, thank you, Shadow HD Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can grow in conventions, and also some of the new YouTube changes are quite interesting. I'm already seeing a few of them take into effect. I already geotagged this video in San Diego. Hello there. So, all in all, when it comes to creating content, when it comes to growing, it's very important to go to conventions at a certain stage to go beyond your personal brand. I've gone to conventions now for the past 2 years. The first convention I went to, at least YouTube related, was VidCon 2018. So, for me, when it comes to conventions, I think the number one thing people often forget to do is honestly plan what you want to do outside of the speaking. I know a lot of people plan their events around the speaking engagements, which are important. However, one thing to keep in mind is that as you are going to these events, as you are working, and as you are going to improve, you need to focus on what you want to do with the people there. For example, I have tried to collaborate with many users. Some of my best videos, in my opinions, have been collaborations from these events. So I'm going to be giving you some more advice like that. Now, this is my first time ever going live, so I apologize for the shakiness of this. I just am in the mindset of growth and creation, and I'm having a lot of fun. Aaron, I see you joined the chat. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join me here at Social Media Marketing World live tonight. So, I am broadcasting in San Diego, as I said earlier at the stream, because this event is more geared towards social media than traditional YouTube events. And a lot of people focus on one thing at a time, but I think it's just as important to focus on all of these things. So one thing I'm going to be trying to do is set this up so where it's not so shaky. All right. Well, this is getting better slightly. Oh, this could work, but I'm not going to be sitting like this. Of course, some growing pains as we were going live for the first time. It's more important to get content out there that you're proud of. Again, if you're wondering what I'm up to, trying to find things to make this a little better while at a very nice loft place, thanks to TubeBuddy. Second thing I've learned when it comes to going to conventions and how you can grow there is that conventions are always usually focused around a central topic. Again, I mentioned that I'm at Social Media Marketing World. So there, what does that tell you? That this event specifically is for that social media marketing. So if you've ever been to an event before, let me know either in the live chat or in the replay, because I think it is really important to mention. Shadow HD Gamers YouTube saying that TubeBuddy has grown his channel a lot. Now, TubeBuddy grows itself by collaborating at these events. In fact, some of our best features, some of our largest collaborators were met at these events. For example, I learned today, oh, hello, Beanie Draws. So, I learned today that Roberto Blake and Phil, the CEO of TubeBuddy, met at VidSummit 2016, so almost 2 years ago. So the event, Bob THP, is Social Media Marketing World, and it is all about how you can grow on social media, how you can develop your influence and reach. So we are setting up a booth. We already have things we are giving away. We're giving away TubeBuddy pens, sunglasses, things of that nature. So these are all things that we're doing at this event. Back to the topic at hand. At VidSummit, we are focusing on listening to feedback from our community. However, if you're a new or starting creator, you don't necessarily have people you can listen to. So my best advice is to find like-minded individuals. I see people are bringing up VidCon. I will be at VidCon, and I do plan to go live at VidCon. However, speaking of VidCon, they have a lot of different creator meetups, and the creator track ticket is really worth it if you are interested in collaborating, learning, But some of the most important interactions I've had were not in those meetup rooms. Aaron is correct. VidCon is in 3 locations. I am going to VidCon US. I would like to go to any of the other conventions. However, VidCon US is a staple. Shadow HD Gamer asked, what is the location and how much does it cost? Location of which event? If you're talking about VidSummit, VidSummit has 3 different tiers. However, TubeBuddy is sponsoring it. So if you can see here by my shiny badge, I have the sponsor badge, so I did not pay for this ticket. TubeBuddy is sponsoring me at VidSummit. However, they are not sponsoring this live stream. Though I work for TubeBuddy, can get a little confusing. Hope that all makes sense. Now, VidCon, I can tell you the price. Creator ticket, which is the ticket I'd recommend, at the early bird price is usually $100. Then it goes to about $150 for the normal price, and then $200 for late deadline. So if you want to go to any event and you want to meet other creators and learn and get these opportunities to grow with other creators, I would say VidCon is not a bad starting point. So TubeBuddy is sponsored social media marketing world, right? That is correct. VidCon is located in Anaheim, California. How do you get sponsored? Are you asking me personally, or how do companies sponsor an event? Because both are different. Going back to what I'm talking about, VidSummit was another event I went to. Beanie Draw says if I can afford to go to VidSummit or VidCon, I will. Plane tickets, hotel, plus 20-hour trip, yeah, that can be a lot, especially considering where you're coming from, Beanie. However, I do think it is worth the investment, and I do think there's a VidCon Australia, so you're not completely out of the loop. They do have you covered on that front. However, ask me personally, like, how do you get sponsored and get the badge you have? So TubeBuddy is the sponsor. So I am not sponsored personally. TubeBuddy, the company I work for, is sponsored. They paid money to sponsor the event, to have their name in the flyers, to be able to represent their brand. So TubeBuddy sponsors this, and VidSummit. Talking about VidSummit, the first ever sponsored deal I got on my channel was from VidSummit. And what I found out was you need to know how to market yourself at these events. Oftentimes, a lot of people will go to an event and say, well, what is your channel about? Where can you buy VidSummit tickets? You can go to vidsummit.com. You could also type in VidSummit in Google. Anyway, back to the previous point. When it comes to knowing what your channel is about, it's very important. Shadow HD Gamer YouTube, I'd love to meet you as well. If you're at any event, please let me know. Please contact me either here or on Twitter. I'd be interested to meet you. And I've enjoyed communicating with you just over video, so thank you for the support, not only here, but on the TubeBuddy channel. The reason I'm not on the TubeBuddy channel is because I want to expand my brand. I took a risk. I've never live streamed before. So I wanted to try something different. I'm in the middle of convention season. It's something I'm passionate about. It's something I love. And I just want to share that interaction with you. You being my audience. Now, currently, as I am doing this, I am at a loft held up and brought here by TubeBuddy. It's very cool. Yes, it is, Beanie. It's very rare when I do stream, mostly because I do so much work behind the scenes. However, today on the TubeBuddy channel, in 1 second, and I got a comment here, I just finished my live stream, got 44 people, which is good for my niche. I'm assuming niche, otherwise Mitch is a very specific person, and congratulations, Mitch. I'm making a filmmaking channel. How do I come up with ideas? Ideas for a filmmaking channel is think about things you wish you knew when you were starting YouTube. The thing is, a lot of people are like, man, what do I make YouTube videos about? What did you want to know when starting? Because it's more important to make videos that, one, you're passionate about. So if you wanted to know these things, chances are other people wanted to know them too. Now, here's the thing, and I also want to preface this. You should probably understand and really research what you want to talk about. Shadow HD Gamer, I currently have 1.55k subs. Is there any way to keep this? Oh, don't want to report myself. Trying to figure out how to keep chats up. So I have 2 phones. One is a iPhone brought to me by TubeBuddy. I say TubeBuddy a lot, but it is true. So the second thing I wanted to bring up, going back to everything, I want to have live chat here, so I'm just loading up the stream. I want to bring awareness to a specific cause, but I don't think it'll fit in my channel, so trying to think outside of the box. Beanie, what is the cause? E for Electric just wanted to say hi. I'll watch the replay later. Thank you so much. We need to hang out. I'm in San Diego. I know you're based out of here. Please let me know how we can hang out, man. Check out E for Electric on a side note. So, I also wanted to quickly bring up the stream. So now I can see the comments as they're going live. It's a little weird because the replay is almost instantaneous. Again, learning a lot here. So, back onto the topic at hand. When talking about growing at conventions, I met Social Blue Book, which was my first ever sponsored deal here at VidSummit. So I think it is very important to know what your value is. Bob THP is asking, how do you make Super Chats available? Super Chats are currently, to my understanding, a feature that needs 1,000 subscribers at the time of this live stream. That may change in the future. However, that's the current requirement. Beanie Draws says ovarian cancer awareness, which my mother has. I figured I could use my reach to get awareness, but doesn't totally fit drawing dinosaurs. Shadow HD Gamer says one of his goals on YouTube is to get 2,000 subscribers, and I think that is a good goal. Beanie, I think there is a way to make awareness. Again, your channel is called Beanie Draws, so I think you need to remember that one of your main aspects, one of your prides, one of your things you love, whoa! But how do you get more subs and views when you have a Model Railroad channel? And yes, I purchased two, buddy. It helps a lot of things. Thank you, Sparky107107 for the super chat. First of all, back to Beanie's question. Sparky, I will get to you. Luckily, with super chat, it stays up so I can see. Beanie, I think that you should never limit yourself to fear because that's going to hold back your growth as a creator. And that is something I've been told before by Phil, my mentors. And I think it's something that's true here. I think ovarian cancer is a little different. Hello, G-Star. But I think it can fit in with what you're doing. Now, on to your question, Sparky107107. First of all, my first question is, what are you doing as a creator to make your video content searchable? I know you mentioned that you have a Model Railroad channel, and that is searchable in itself. What are the model trains? What are the model railroad cars that you're looking at? That in itself is all different. That is something that's searchable. How to assemble these sets, what they mean to you, where you found them, where other people can find them. Then you link back in the description using metadata, which affiliate links, and then you can earn money through Amazon sales or wherever you purchase the trains if you can get an affiliate sponsor. And then you find a way to make it relevant. I agree, G-Star, YouTube is a lot about talent. And then I say, Beanie Draws says, I'm thinking of doing specific artwork, which I planned since I heard the news. Instead of teaching how to draw it, instead of teaching about ovarian awareness, through a time lapse. Beanie, I think that's a fantastic idea, and I really like the way that sounds. Become a Prime, aka Aaron, says, I don't think that you should ever let your channel's subject stop you from bringing awareness to important topics. I mean, for example, Casey's has nothing to do with lemons. Agreed. Red Rocket Resells, thank you for coming over and joining us in this. Going back to the main topic, someone disliked. That's kind of messed up because nothing to dislike here, but I liked. Shadow Gamers YouTube, I don't mind if people dislike. Dislike counts as engagement reports. And in speaking of engagement, going back to the topic at hand, what are you doing to engage potential collaborators, sponsors, and others at events? The most common thing I've seen personally is that when I go to an event, I'll ask people a lot of the times, what would you want to do in a collaboration? And then they freeze. You need to have something in mind so we know what we can work on together. I mentioned be prepared, but I think it does come into play. Also, Shadow Beanie says, presses the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Red Rocket Resells. And thank you all for watching. Again, I know this is different. How do you get sponsors for a film channel? Well, Bob THP, the way I did it, and the way that I find works the best, is you need a content catalog of things that you can show to these sponsors that want to sponsor you. My question is this: why should I give you a product that you haven't shown me the ability to market, to advertise, to share with people? And this is again thinking as a sponsor. I need to see value because that's really what a lot of brands care about. They care about ROI, return on investment. If you build a catalog of films showcasing what you can do, and then maybe you do a behind the scenes feature where you talk about what you enjoyed about a product you used. And it doesn't have to be something that was sent to you. For example, I can do this right now. This Rode Reporter, I love this microphone. It's an amazing quality mic, and it's something that is really, really good for interviews. In fact, I did an interview of Aaron. I'm still working on it. Not sure if it'll go on the channel. Hopefully it can. There's a few issues I have, still working on that. However, that's something to consider. Also, G-Star says you I cannot speak. You should do more live streams. You're very good at this, Andrew. Thank you, G-Star. Thank you, Shadow HD Gamers. Oh yeah, Aaron, I got a TubeBuddy mic flag. If you're wondering where Phil, CEO of TubeBuddy, got this, he got it from micflags.com. Really cool. One thing I want to do next is get my own personal logo designed by Aaron in the chat, also known as Become a Prime. But going back to the topic at hand, I want to go back to Sparky for a second. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I really hope you are, because I think there is so much value there, and I want you to go to my YouTube about, email me, because I want to talk to you a little more in depth. In a live stream, it's a little hard to give the value I think your channel can use. And I appreciate that you, first, donated a super chat, 2, you're using TubeBuddy, and 3, that you're learning and that you're going out trying to grow. And that's important. A lot of people feel like they are doing everything right, but that is a destructive mindset, because the truth is, if you think you are doing everything right, you're eliminating growth possibilities. And what I mean by that is quite simple. I've heard, I'm doing everything right, but I'm not growing. If you were truly doing everything right, you wouldn't be struggling to grow. G-Star, I have a doubt, hold on. I have a doubt, what if I don't give credits to music, which I used in my videos? Will it give me a strike? So it depends the content creators. Depends whoever you're licensing the music from. I always give credit. 1, because it's the right thing to do. 2, because usually most sites require credit. And then 3, I think it's important to remember that if someone used your video content, you would want credit for it too. So keep that in mind. Sparky107107, always learning every day. Couldn't agree more. I'm always learning every day. In fact, many of my mentors, many of the experts I look up to are always learning. Beanie Draw said, good point. I think it's less about doing everything right and more do what you can as best as you can and always be open to learn more. I agree. And maybe it's because my name is Can and you used Can twice. Let me know if you're enjoying this live stream with hashtag WeCanStream, just so I understand. And of course, with the live replay feature now on YouTube, I'm curious to see how this is going to look. G-Star said, actually, I filled up my description regarding the video topic. LOL, I'll give more. And Red Rocket Resell says, right on. Shadow Gamer YT says we can stream. I'm looking with Can with a K, just like my name. There we go, Beanie Draws. Thank you so much. So one cool thing I want to talk about, and this is something I was asked earlier, how do you get sponsors, right? How do you get sponsorships? And one thing is, I mentioned, show things that you're good at, show things that you enjoy, show things that you actually use. Well, today at Social Media Marketing World, this was very clever. One of the things we got was called, I don't like the name, but it's a cool product. It is called, are you ready for this? Love Handles. Interesting product, but look at what they did. Hashtag Social Media Marketing World 18. Interesting idea, interesting concept, and something I've never seen before. Now, I have no idea anything about this company, but it is a cool feature. Kind of reminds me of a pop socket, just a little different. But you see right there, that is a very quick, just genuine, something that interested me at a convention. I talked about it here on stream, and if I send them this stream, Tiffany, my girlfriend, is in chat, and she said, you give me so much crap about my pop socket, I am aware. Red Rocket Resale says that's nice. Now going back to what I'm talking about, I think it is interesting that they give these things out for free. This didn't take me anything to install, it didn't take me anything to talk about here on stream, but I've informed all of you, all 9 of you watching, and thank you all for watching, about a new product. That is value for a company. Aaron says, I would get those things, but I'd worry about them falling off. Honestly, Aaron, kind of the same. Hopefully it won't. Got it in purple. Hey, girlfriend of Andrew, why aren't you both doing stream together? She is currently 100 miles away. I am out of town for the event. That is why. Video with my girlfriend will go on this channel sometime. And there's actually videos of her already if you know where to look. Continuing back to the topic at hand, Another point I want to get across about these conventions, and I think this is something you really need to consider, and it keeps your fingers out of the way. Good point. Very good point. 100 miles, G-Star, yes. So, anyway, back to the point at hand, and I think this is really important to remember as anyone who goes to a convention. Go there to learn and don't promote first. Here's why. So many times, people will say, well, I want to go to a convention to promote, to get my name out there. Go as a student for the first one. That's something I did. It's what I found a lot of value in. Understanding how conventions work is an important step to your next convention where you can truly understand your value. You can answer these questions. And I think it's important to note that you should never expect people to just subscribe to your channel without actually understanding what value you bring to them. The value I bring on this channel is I believe firmly that if I can do it, you can too. I think it's important to note that everyone can learn something at a convention. Bill Nye said you learn one new thing at every new person you meet, and I fully agree. The fact that you can remember the topic at hand is impressive. When I streamed, I kept forgetting what I was talking about. Well, Beanie, that's something I've gotten pretty good at. Should you look for people with advice on the same topic? Definitely. It's one of those things, especially at conventions, you usually get an idea. No, I understand what you were saying, Bob THP. It's similar to listen first, then do. Is it possible to get a TubeBuddy shirt? Yes, it is. TubeBuddy.com/shop. Can I bring the microphone closer? I can try. To be fair, I am trying to get this to where make a t-shirt with your channel name on it, walking around, promoting enough. Agreed on that, Sparky. How is the audio? Sorry if it's a little echoey. I'm, again, not in a... Well, there goes that. So, if you're wondering, the audio is pretty low, but I can still hear it. LOL, everyone's enjoying it. RIP, ouch, my head. Sorry, everyone. If you are wondering, my pro setup... Sure, Andrew, I show up and you drop us. Welcome. Earthquake, group hug, we still here. First of all, I think there's a certain element to live that you never know. And I think that uncertainty is interesting. Oh God, everyone, my good friend Ike is in the house. But yeah, that's what people like, a screw up. Group hug. Everyone is hugging over my mistakes. Don't worry, folks, you'll be hugging all day. You'll be hugging all day. So, better setup. He can be taught. So if you're wondering how I am keeping up with everyone, that is why. How do you get more views? I make good titles, tags, and videos, and I don't seem to get that many views. So Shadow HD Games YouTube, one thing I would recommend, and this is something I was bad at first, is your video helping just yourself, or is it helping a brighter cause? You call them mistakes. I call them the adventures via falling phone. It's pretty hard at the starting. What is exactly G-Star? So again, as I will bring up, be specific in your videos, be specific in your questions so I can better help each and every one of you. Continuing to go forward, thank you for 10 likes. Thank you for the interactivity. Thank you for spending your time with me. Even if you're on the replay, let me know what are your thoughts of things you've learned at conventions. I'm always curious and I always am willing to learn. As we continue, Patrick is a great example, otherwise known as Zingcat in chat. I got the opportunity to meet him at VidCon 2017. We need to meet again at VidCon 2018. We'll be going. Hope to see you there. One of my favorite people I've met. Please consider checking out his channel. I will put a link in the description after this is live. Really worth checking out. So I was asked earlier, what device am I streaming on? I'm actually streaming on an iPhone. Yes, Andrew danced with my puppet dog. That is correct. Was worth it. I also danced with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Again, I met he was there, I didn't see him, and I was pretty much joined you everywhere. Aaron, you didn't. I've never been to a convention. I hopefully can at least make it to VidCon Australia. Would you or the TubeBuddy? I would love to go to VidCon Australia. I would love to go to any VidCon event outside of the US. When are you going to post a video? Look in the search where you're going to call your video, then use TubeBuddy to look at titles and tags. VidCon again is in either Anaheim, California, Amsterdam in Europe, not I think Sydney, Australia, though don't quote me on that. So going back to Sparky's question, that is actually a video I am working on currently. Obviously, I am at an event. If I was in my normal setup, I'd work on it a little more. However, that's the current situation. I want to keep the stream under an hour, so if you're wondering how long this will go on, we have a little bit more to go. We're at the 35-minute mark. Still have a lot of things to go. G-Star, I think I should say this. I have a few videos which reach 1K plus views. One of them 3. Come on, chat. Don't fail me now. Again, having multiple phones for this is pretty useful. 3 behind from 5.5K. I actually made 4 channels and learned about everything and copyright and all. It takes time. Yes, it does. Again, YouTube is not a sprint. It's a marathon. And most people burn themselves out because what they do is instead of planning, instead of thinking about how can I sustain this for the long haul, they pump out videos fast and they're passionate at first. But fires and sparks can burn out, and with one thing I honestly hope doesn't happen is that you lose your passion. I agree with G-Star that it takes time. My 2 100K plus videos are both over 2 years old. They gain traction well after the upload. Where's the best place to find creators without going to conventions? Honestly, I would say forums are a really good place to go to find creators. Maybe I'm biased because of the TubeBuddy community forums. I want to know how a larger YouTuber using copyrighted music and still being monetized. Here's the thing, you do not know if they are being monetized. Just because you include copyrighted music, the advertiser can still claim those ads, so just because they have that music does not mean they are being monetized. Also, Epidemic Sounds, I currently have a deal with on this channel. They are one of my main music providers, and they offer a lot of great deals for creators. Highly recommend them. A lot of great music choices. So just because you see ads does not mean that creator themselves is making all the revenue from there. Speaking of a creator making all the revenue from there, if you're going to a convention, you need to think, what is my return on investment? What am I getting out of this that is tangible that I can put towards my YouTube career? Because conventions are not free. They are expensive, yet worth it. So my question to you, and let me know either in the replay or the comments now, how do you find your value back in a convention? Hey Andrew, I'm a student and I will be continuing uploads after 2 years. Will I lose anything when I return? So, you're taking a 2-year break from my understanding, G-Star? Aaron says he thinks VidCon has a great ROI because it's affordable. Pretty much agree on that, unless we're going to an international one, but that's a trip. Should you try sponsors at convention? What exactly do you mean, Bob THP? Should you try to sponsor a convention? I would say no as a creator. If you try to go for sponsorships, that's a different story. So, back to, again, trying to keep on topic. Sorry, I keep touching my hair. This is all new to me. Doing my best to give you value here late at night. Hopefully you enjoy it all the same. I think the main reason for me wanting to go to conventions is to meet others face to face and to add extra human levels to everything. Beanie, it does to the umpteenth degree. I really actually want to meet you. You're someone I want to collaborate with. And in fact, today I told Phil that you're someone I would love to collaborate with on the TubeBuddy YouTube channel. Just a little sneak peek of what I've been talking about. I do think about people that interact with me. I do think about all these things. Exactly, Beanie Draws. I can't wait. Shannon Vlogs is in the house. My ROI was definitely in learning to focus my channel and meeting people in person I'd only interact with online. I also like to talk with some really cool companies. I definitely think that's there. No, so many YouTubers as of now, like Adam Sala, Logan Paul, FuziTube, and tubers with millions of subs are using music that is copyrighted and they get away with it. Again, hold that. I do not know all the behind the scenes information. So as you can say they're making the money from it, we don't know. So Sparky107 says, so Daryl Eves or Tim Schmoyer, that be something I would go to. And they are really teaching others how to do it right. And they use TubeBuddy, so yeah. You're awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in going and seeing what I can do with my viewers to be aware and interested in TubeBuddy. We need a video creators convention gathering in Toronto. Philip Chandler, couldn't agree more. I think the more creator events there are, the better it is. I do think that there is a lack of creator events. And I think that is something YouTube should honestly be considering doing more of. They are trying their best to appeal to small creators. Having free meetups in major cities that channels can sign up for would be very interesting and worth it. So I think that is something YouTube can consider. Of course, it's easy for me as someone who's not behind the scenes to suggest it. It is something. Everyone, I'm having questions about my own Discord server. I would make a Discord server, but here is an interesting point. Should I make one for my gaming channel or for my personal channel? Should I make one for TubeBuddy or should I make one for all three? How's the line? I will think about all of that. And they should have creator events in Portland, Oregon. I'm surprised they don't. There's no creator spaces in Australia, which is sad considering I qualified for it. Make one for all three. What about XSplit Broadcaster, Sparky? I'm a little confused. Make one for all three, a Discord for all three. That'd be interesting. Well, I'd be in all three. Andrew needs to get Discord working first. That is 100% true. Just smooth them all together. I can help you with Discord. Red Rocket Resells, I might take you up on that. I also know that Ike can help me with that. I know she was worked on a few. OBS is better than XSplit. I definitely agree. However, I do think XSplit has some value that is a little better. There are a few things XSplit can do a little simpler that I like. And I do think simplicity is something that is important. Toronto is a big place, and a lot of YouTube creators from that area. I'm surprised there hasn't been any kind of gathering there. Honestly, again, me too. I think it is something that YouTube should consider. Here's a counter question. What would you do if there was an event there? What would you like there? Who would you like to see? Can you interview me for a TubeBuddy? All right, Bob THB, here's my question for you. What value would you be bringing to the TubeBuddy channel? What could I show my boss that shows Bob THB needs to be on TubeBuddy, and here's why? Because you can recommend yourself, but I don't necessarily have a talking point I can bring to my boss to show there's value there. Understand? Longtime gamer and staff for a game server use a ton of Discord, so feel free to grab me on Instagram. Red Rocket Resells, I think you said earlier that you followed me there, so I definitely will consider. In before Peter McKinnon starts a convention in Canada, Aaron, I really hope he does. I think he should. He has the power, he has the draw, he has the ability to. I think giving back to community is important. Toronto is hot for conventions. Agree. I would love to go back to Canada. I would love to just experience it again. Always important to know where to hold conventions. That's another important part. Going back to topic, where is a convention close to you that you could honestly attend without going into debt? I've seen a lot of people hate conventions because they honestly couldn't afford it, though they went anyway, and they didn't get what they were looking for. You should never put yourself into debt for something you don't want to do and can't take the hit on. Learning to budget is important for anything YouTube related, and I think that is something you should learn at an event. Philip Chandler saying, Red Rocket Resells, oh yeah, we're ripe with fan conventions. Agree? Remember also, you can create your own networking opportunity. Meetup is a great way to do this. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Again, I mentioned before, forums, Reddit, social media. We live in an age of connectivity, so there are very few boundaries to entry anymore. I'm not getting any questions, G-Star. What do you mean? Denver, Colorado? Red Rocket? Resells? I'm pretty sure that's what you mean. Don't know any other Denvers. So, if you were to be a speaker at a convention, I want to bring a question either those watching or those in the replay. Oh, I apparently have frozen. Am I fine? Can you hear me? So you can hear me. Am I frozen? I seem to be frozen. Thanks, YouTube, for the most unflattering. Oh, God. YouTube, you're killing me. Maybe if I flip the video. YouTube killing me here. Not what I want. It's only... What? So for some reason, am I like rotating back side to side? Because when I hit the camera button, instead of
fixing itself. I like how I'm getting the most viewers now when I'm having technical issues. Of course, that is the way of the thing. Okay. I have no idea what happened. My voice is lagging.